You guys do blow? I've never done blow in my life.
You never did either?
Done it?
Never, not once in my life.
Probably the only comics that never do blow.
The only drugs I've done is I've done edibles, I've smoked weed. And I kind of want to get more into edibles, but
Shrooms you would love.
Shrooms, you've done shrooms?
Many times. I did them at my wedding.
Yeah,
and
everyone was passing them around his wedding. I don't.
You don't do any type of drugs like that?
I like drugs that push everything down.
But doesn't mushrooms do that?
Fentanyl does that.
Yeah, there you
Way
go.
down.
Way. I had a show in Toronto and I ate an edible on stage. I've never done this. I just took a bite on the last show. I took a bite of an edible, half of it, and then I said, "Who wants this in the front row?" And I gave it to some kid, and he ate it. And then we're doing a little crowd work. 20 minutes later, found out he's recovering heroin addict. I was like the one guy in this place.
Well, he accepted it.
He accepted. Yeah, he wrote on the Patreon. He was like, "Thanks so much. I feel great. I'm back to heroin."
I'm living in a dumpster, but I've got 5G for another week. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, I had my special for Comedy Central was size 38 waist, and I'm trying to do another special called size 36 waist. I'll only do specials with my waist sizes.
Where are you going to do it at?
I haven't, I don't know. I just, right now I just sent it out.
Spit the
well, I sent it to my agents for them to send to Netflix. They came back with when is his sex change. I said January 18th of next year. They said we'll give him the special after that.
Let's get it.
Dude, you know what I mean?
I like
you got to get it.
I'm excited for you.
You got to cut your dick off.
Oh.
That's the only way, dude.
You didn't have to cut your dick off.
Yeah, you don't have to cut your dick off?
I don't think so. I think you could just be.
Yeah, you can be whatever you want to be.
Oh, I thought that you had to. I thought I had to get a sex change to get a special on Netflix now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cancel the surgery.
No, don't cancel it. Move it up. I actually, all boy Catholic high school. I pull my dick out left and right. As soon as
it was a joke, though,
dude,
right?
I would pull it out as a joke. I've never pulled my dick out unwanted to a girl. I've sent unsolicited dick pics, but it's never been my actual dick. It's I stuffed. I told the story. I stuffed the Verizon FiOS remote in my sweatpants, and I've sent that. So sometimes girls have been like, "I'll tweet out your dick pic."
What the fuck?
Yes, dude.
Big ass. I know, right?
Yeah, you know,
Dude, he knew the specifics of what the fuck.
Yes,
Those things are big.
Yes. If you zoom in really quick, you can see the on-off.
What does this remote look like?
that remote is hot.
Yes.
What is this? It's a big remote?
Oh, monster,
yeah.
dude.
Bro,
It's thick. Yes. And it's not because now the remotes are getting sleek. This is like 2014.
I know now the remotes are like
small.
Have you seen the Apple
take the
TV
double
remote?
A.
Nah, dude, I'm talking about 2014, analog shit.
Yeah, you don't want to toss that Apple remote.
Yeah.
Or any other dick pic I've sent out, it's been not my dick. It's just like a Google image, So it's just like, once you see my dick, dude, the participation trophies. My father was huge on that before it was cool. In the 90s, my dad was like, participation trophies we don't take home. You do not take these home. These are not real. My mom would always be like, Tony, just come on. He's mildly retarded.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, give him something. At least give him a cookie. And my dad would be like, nope. I remember vividly like it was yesterday, me getting a participation trophy from my Coach Billy, on the St. Matthias basketball team, CYO basketball, 3rd grade. This kid, Kevin, got the MVP. I don't even think I was in the running for it, but I got the participation trophy. I was so happy. My dad takes it, throws it out in the garbage can on the corner of Seneca Avenue and Stevens Street. Just throw it.
That's what you should do, though.
Threw it right in a public garbage can and said, we're not bringing that home. And I remember like not even questioning it because I was like, oh, just listen to my dad. But then my mom was like, oh, where's the trophy? My dad was like, I threw it in the trash. And I remember them arguing. The mask mandate's been over in New York City.
Yeah.
So I was in Seattle last week and
They're about to take it away for the kids now, too.
They took it away
from the kids.
Yeah. So it's great. So I go into the coffee shop and I didn't realize there was a sign that said, put on a mask. I had no idea. So I walk in, I'm like, oh, can I get an iced coffee black? And the woman's going like this to me. And I was like, do I have cum on my face? Like, what are you doing? And she's going like this, just kip her cheeks. I was like, what is this? And she goes, mask. You need to wear a mask. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. And I took it out. I apologized. I was like, I'm from New York. Like, we haven't had the mask mandate for a while. She goes, well, in Seattle, we take it very seriously still. And I was like, okay. And then she said, what would you like? I said, may I have an iced coffee black? She goes, you mean a coffee with cream, with no cream? I said,
oh boy.
I said, yes. I said, a iced coffee black, coffee no cream. It's, I guess, the same thing. She goes, it's not. She goes, iced coffee black, that's a little harsh. Coffee with no cream sounds better.
Whoa.
And I was like, oh my God, that's a real thing. I was like, I'd honestly rather be beheaded by ISIS than talk to this woman anymore.
Yeah.
So, Patrick Ewing, my very first Knicks game.
How old were you?
9, 10.
Okay.
The thing, sports for me, why sports is so special for me is because it was an incentive when I was a child to do good in school. My father would say, if you do good in school,
if you listen to your mother, if you do this, whatever it is, you will get tickets to a Knicks games, you will get tickets to a Yankee game. So sports was incentivized for me. So that's why I fell in love with it. It was because that's how my father, got me to do what he needed me to do. So, they were like, if you pass these, get these good grades, and we're going to take you to the Knicks Magic. That was the first game I went to. Shaquille O'Neal's Magic versus Patrick
Penny
Ewing's.
Hardaway too, or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
1992 Orlando Magic. So Penny, that finals team, right? Was were they,
They were the finals in like 94, 95, I think.
So yeah, but
that's year they beat Jordan.
definitely Penny, and Shaq. So and Scott Skiles for sure. So
He was a killer.
So I was a little kid,
Yeah.
early 90s. We're sitting, whatever, upper deck seats, whatever. Patrick Ewing goes baseline and like tomahawk dunks on Shaquille O'Neal. And I was like, oh my God. And then he Shaquille had like fallen under him. So like Patrick had to like hang on the rim a little bit. So I go, Dad, I like stand up. I was like, Patrick Ewing. I was like, Dad, look at him. He's swinging on the rim like a big monkey. And I went, like that. Because to me, it looked like a monkey. And my dad was just like pulling me down, pushing me down.
Yeah.
And everyone was like looking over at me like whatever. And then my dad, there's a thing where I don't know if I tried to do like misremember this because I thought it was like a funny, or I thought it was like some type of defense mechanism, but
Yeah.
I'm almost positive, like I would be willing to say I'm 95% sure he really said this, is he looked around because it got tense. Like,
Oh, really?
It got, because I just yelled up and said he's like a monkey and went, ooh, ooh,
Well, the
ooh.
blackface didn't help.
Yeah. Yeah. And
You know it's bad when you offend
Yeah.
early 90s New York.
yeah. And then my dad, I was going to say it was 92, 93. My dad like said to like the general group around me, he goes, my son's retarded.
Hey, good save. Good
Not
save.
special needs. Nothing. He goes, my son's retarded. So he made it 10
I like
times
it.
worse.
By the way, his save is now would make it 10 times worse, right?
Yeah. That's genius, though.
Yeah.
At the time, that's a great move. It's like what Kevin Spacey did. He fucked that kid, and he was like, well, I'm autistic.
Yeah.
Or
Or he
whatever.
said I'm gay.
Or I'm gay.
Which
Is that
did
what he
not
said?
help.
No, that didn't help.
You can't say it. You can't be accused of fucking someone underage and be like, I'm gay. That's not a sexual orientation thing.
Right.
So Phil Necro and Kevin Spacey are doing like horrifying, not horrifying to a comic, but like if it ever got out, like audio leak, like wild jokes, like
Yeah.
racist, sexist, like crazy shit. But you're like, whatever, who gives a fuck?
Green room.
Yeah. But then Kevin Spacey, this is pre
Spacey turns to a camera. If this ever gets out, I'll be finished.
But
House
then,
of Cards.
but then Kevin says something to Phil Necro like, "You ever just kiss a boy on the lips?"
No
Like,
way.
like something crazy, and we were like it
Come
was like,
on.
it was a little bit like, "Rrr." And then we were like, okay. And then Jasmine said to Kevin Spacey, she goes, "What do you mean a boy?" He goes, no, like an 18, 19-year-old boy. You ever just kiss a boy on the lips? Nothing's better. And then it was so weird, and we were like, okay, like whatever.
That's
like,
his testing ground, though. 18, 19. That was his save.
yeah. And we were like, yeah, that's fine. Like,